Welcome to Economics Made Easy. Yesterday, we discussed whether humans are truly rational. Our answer was that rationality or irrationality has nothing to do with economics. Economics doesn't concern itself with whether people are rational or not. What it cares about is how people can survive, under what conditions they are more likely to survive, and what behaviors increase their chances of survival. In this way, economics finds a solid foundation, regardless of whether people are rational or irrational. Today, we'll discuss another question. Are humans selfish or not? There's a common idea that economics is built on the assumption that human nature is selfish. But in reality, people are often unselfish, so economics isn't always accurate. When people are selfish, economic theory holds true. However, when people act unselfishly, the theory breaks down. Another view says that while people can be self-interested, they must also have morals, especially for businessmen. While they fight and strive in the market, they should also be guided by moral principles. Many people claim that Adam Smith's The Wealth of Nations argues that humans are selfish. We all know Smith's famous quote, "Every individual in pursuing his own self-interest is led by an invisible hand to promote the public good, even though he neither intends to promote the public good, nor knows how much he is promoting it." But people often point out that Adam Smith also wrote another book called The Theory of Moral Sentiments. As the title suggests, this book emphasizes morality. So Smith seems to suggest that humans have two sides. One is selfish, but the other must be moral. Does Adam Smith's view really contradict itself? Does he say that sometimes people should be selfish and at other times moral? And if so, when should people be selfish and when should they act morally? Let's take a look at what Adam Smith actually said. First of all, Smith published The Theory of Moral Sentiments in 1759, and 17 years later, in 1776, came The Wealth of Nations. The Theory of Moral Sentiments is the overarching framework of Smith's entire theory, while The Wealth of Nations is just a part of it. Of course, The Wealth of Nations is longer and more famous, but that's another story. So what does Adam Smith say about whether humans are selfish or not? Smith starts by saying humans are indeed selfish. People who are completely unselfish, who don't even love themselves and give up on life, are not respected in society. But then Smith adds that humans are not only selfish, they also have empathy and ability to put themselves in others' shoes. They take others' happiness or suffering as part of their own. Your happiness is my happiness. Your pain is my pain. This is a natural ability, a sense of empathy that everyone has. Of course, we know today that not everyone's empathy is the same. Some people have stronger empathy, others weaker. It's stronger in some people, weaker in others. For instance, women may have a bit more empathy than men, and people with autism might have less. But no matter what, people have empathy. They have the capacity for love. This is Smith's second point. Humans are selfish, but they also have empathy. Then, Smith makes a third point. Empathy decreases rapidly as the distance between people increases. Look at your own contact list in your phone. How many people are there? On WeChat, how many contacts do you have? At least dozens. And many people have hundreds or even thousands. Now I ask you, how many of these hundreds or thousands of people truly love you? How many of them would drop everything and listen to you if you needed someone to talk to? How many would lend you money or help you without hesitation? Maybe 20, maybe 10, maybe 5? Very few. This shows that we can only love a limited number of people. Our capacity for love doesn't extend to a large circle. In The Theory of Moral Sentiments, Smith tells the following story. Let's imagine a well-mannered gentleman in London who hears about an earthquake in China that killed everyone there. When this news reaches London, what will this gentleman do? He would first check a map to see how far China is from London and whether the earthquake could affect London. When he sees that it's on the other side of the world, he realizes that London is safe. Then he might mourn the loss of life in China and post a candle on social media, lamenting the fragility of life and the power of nature. But after that, he would return to his life, focusing on his own daily routine. If his finger got cut, that would be far more significant to him than the tragedy in China. Now you see, this is the response of a well-mannered British gentleman. His empathy has limits. This is a normal, human response. Smith astutely observed this. It takes a lifetime to build and maintain just a few friendships or romantic relationships. Yet we constantly rely on the help of thousands of people. Look at what we eat, wear, and use. So many people are involved in providing for us, but they don't love us, and they don't even know us. How do we fill this gap? The answer is the market. The market is where strangers interact with strangers, where one person serves another person they don't know. This presents a dichotomy. Humans are selfish, but they have empathy. However, love is limited and cannot expand beyond a small circle. So we need a platform where strangers can help each other, and that is the market. We don't apply the rules for interacting with strangers to our small circles, like our family or close friends. Similarly, we don't expect strangers to follow the same rules we have in our families or inner circles. This dichotomy is crucial. Smith understood this duality of human nature and the basic solution to it. In our small circles, we speak of love. In the larger world, with strangers, we rely on rules. This is why he laid the solid foundation for market economies, which is why we call Adam Smith the father of market economics. This is Economics Made Easy, where we give you authentic economic thinking